Good evening, everyone. We are back with Rogue Trader now. Plan for today is finish off the part we're at right now. That is the plan for today. So finish off Camorra. If we can do that, I'm happy. It's a race against time because my headset has decided I was stupid and actually done stuff and forgot to charge the headset, so we'll see how long it goes. Okay.
I heard enough of them back on Fenris.
After an ally takes an extra step, provide the character ally. After an ally takes an extra step, provide the character movement point until the end of combat. Team plus willpower. We need to do this first. Steel shell. Whenever the character loses a wound, their next melee attack gains 1 damage. For every... Ignores 1 deflection. Assassin, operative, dismantle attack, yeah, no. Each enemy hit by the character with a melee attack. Okay, not interested. This is the problem with my main character is it's so specific. It's so like pinpoint edge of like what actually is any damage dealt to a character increases by 1 attack. When the allies take an extra turn, give the character they deal 15% damage. During the first turn of combat, the character has 2 additional... You know what? That seems fairly good. And here... internal bleeding, hardening... where was it? Master torture... That is just like... That's 15% more damage to people when we have popped our ultimate. So... whenever the enemy suffer from any executioner's damage over time effect. Okay. We're going with that. Okay. Abelard, you're going P condition. And here you are going... What? Once per round, whenever the enemy considered Vanguard priority card enter the cell. Okay, yeah. All damage dealt. Eagle batter. Firebrand. If an extra turn is given by the character's ability or talents. Okay. Out of the way. Martyrdom. Know it all. Lethal threat. Where is it? Okay, ready to serve. Pure characters affected by non-damaging ability. Affected an ally with such. The result. Okay, yeah, that's just. Yeah. Kibella is one of those characters that is really tricky to make, in my opinion, because she is so squishy. Where is it? Martyrdom. Character is attacked. P condition. Lock. No. Every time damage dealt by the assassin, deal 1 direct damage. Yep. It's a bit slowly but surely, but it improves it a bit. Flag bearer allies within 2 cells. Flash wound at the start of your turn. They restore temper of the maximum if the character. I think that is the right way to go with her. Deflection, run down. What is this? This is arms, so this is exploit weakness, focal point, arch militant deal 50% damage to priority target. Martial arts, kick, improved kick. Focal point I think is the one we go for here. Arch militant deals critical damage to stun prone. Okay. Whenever the combat plus ballistic and killing an enemy with melee. Vice versa. Okay. Each stack of versatility grants crit. Now it's just Ulfar left. Peak condition would mean a lot, honestly, on Ulfar. So from my understanding, it is every round the first single target ability used by an ally. Okay. Yeah, that boosts up your strength ridiculously. Even on Abelard has a high strength now. And he has extra debuffs as well. There was one more thing I wanted to do. Abelard. That helmet on. You have 5+ strength there, you have that there. Okay. What can we throw on you more that actually would improve you? Is my big question. AP... Agility Fellowship? Yeah, Agility Fellowship. And you know what? Let's switch weapon on you. We got ourselves... We looked at a dueling sword, I think was called a few days ago. Where? Okay. So by type... We had something called a dueling sword. So currently we have the boots that increases our parry when we have a sword equipped. So let's equip most warriors. On critical hit, the sword inflicts +1 stack of laceration. For each stack of laceration, all attacks of this sword against the same target increases damage by 10%. For that actually to start being worth it, you need to go fairly high. Life draining sword. Sword. Dueling sword, there we have it. We're up to 95 parry. This sword has, when you score a critical hit, you do an extra attack. That is what I kind of wanted. And then we throw on this as well. And then we throw on a two-handed sword. 13. That's just a great sword. That is a heavy great sword. 22 to 33 damage. Okay. So we have Abelard is now decked out. We might actually be able to throw another pair of gloves on him. Run and gun. 10 strength and 10 toughness. You know what? I like the weapon skill. I like the weapon skill on him. You don't actually have... Oh, that. We have that one. Okay, so Abelard is a fucking beast. Noted. You don't have anything equipped. Persuasion, I guess? I don't really know. You don't actually have... Okay. 1 stack of bleeding if you're standing next to someone. When the wearer of this badge gain a stack of versatility, 3+ momentum. Yeah, sure. Wearer or an ally in the radius gain temporary wounds. Okay, no. Do we have... I remember we having like a glove that increased run and gun. That is 5+ to tech use and 3+ to fire damage. No. Might be on like Pascal or something like that. Yeah. We don't have those. Too bad. Run and gun. They gain 2+ damage to their range attack and do not suffer winded. Okay. Do we have another weapon we can throw on you, though? We need another weapon on you. Stormbolter. Yeah, sure. Ulfar, you're actually fairly equipped now. A fire grenade. And... crack grenade. Gas grenade. Death Warden, base Medicae, field medic, medic advancement. Okay. And my character is just menacingly standing there. We want something else here. We want something else for you here. Tech use, carouse, commerce, imperial lore. Any hit of the wearer with a single attack inflict 1 stack of fatigue. No, not really. At the start of every combat, the wearer's allies gain deflection to the psi rating. Whenever the allies suffer any damage or loss of non-temporary health, this effect is removed. Locust. Hit an enemy with Deadshot. Medicae skill. Logic awareness. AP. Whenever the character uses a Psyker ability, all power until the end of next turn. Priority. Whenever the wearer dodges an attack, they become a priority target for the attack until next. Okay. Deadeye, melee attack. Grants bonus to tech use. Scope. At the start of combat, inflict the phrase status on an enemy. It's hard. It's really rough to actually find something that actually would be fairly good. Trust advantage. It's in between these two, and I think we're just going to pop those on. And that is going to be it for today.
Oh, my nerves are frayed.
What is that? At the end of your turn, the wearer gains a stack of tactical advantage equal to the number of enemies hit during the turn. Whenever the wearer is a target of opportunity. Okay. No, we're not going to bring that random thing there.
The bodies are mutilated and covered with countless marks left by blades and whips.
Amidst the madness.
Colonel's parasite. Goods. Okay, we like that.
Whose innards need take leave of their gut.
The elegant red-haired Xenos takes a sip of her wine-like liquid and gives you an appraising and somewhat surprised look, then smiles and says to the Xenos standing next to her.
What's this? New playthings, no doubt. And here I thought the Reaving Tempest was intending to offer up your paltry cabal for our entertainment.
The tattoo-covered Druckery she is addressing, who is absent-mindedly sticking serrated needles into his own gums, scoffs in response.
The poisonous whisper should learn to live up to their name. Lest the cabal of the wounded skies live up to theirs and make you bleed upon the dark city, you sharp-tongued pest.
Maras High turns his head, looking around the room and grinning in fiendish delight.
This is one of the satellite towers of the main spire of the Reaving Tempest. What luck. Yermaris's throat is now that much closer to my claws, but first I have to deal with my sister's pathetic guests.
A bestial growl comes from behind you.
Did the jester bring me here to listen to these dung-ridden beasts practice their meager wits? These blathering Xenos are making me angry. I'll kill them.
Study the two Xenos.
The symbols on their armor are different, indicating that these two belong to two different cabals. If their venomous glares and thin smiles are anything to go by, they are ready to go for each other's throats at any moment.
So, which one of you is worthy of getting the first taste of my pain, and which one will have to settle for scraps?
You belong to the wounded skies. I will help you remember the name by burning it into your eyeballs.
The wounded skies are always so hasty and so eager to rush ahead, they fail to notice the daggers being shoved into their backs by more worthy aspirants who are offended by their witlessness.
The red-haired Xenos gracefully places a hand on her weapon and the male Druckery mirrors her gesture.
I see you have not wasted your time in the Dark City, and you have properly studied our way of thinking.
Smirking contentedly, Maras High places his hands on his blade grips. Alfar throws back his head and lets out a terrifying howl filled with longing and the cold promise of a swift yet painful demise. The sound of it leaves no doubt in one's heart that bloodshed is now inevitable. You hear the light footsteps of Xenos coming from the terrace and their voices brimming with anticipation.
Stop the reinforcements, barred entrance.
Curious creatures. I wish to vivisect
Parasite
you.
engine.
Are you
Winch.
challenging me, Phil?
All far. Okay. All far. Winch, 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 winch. Agatha. Winch, 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 winch. Abelard. Winch. Then in the end, it's that. Okay, fair enough.
Strike me again. See what happens.
I hunger for battle. So it shall be. See how I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument. So shall it be. None die in disgrace. The wolf is on the hunt.
Hey!
My hand is thunder! My strike is ruin!
offering of
Okay,
blood.
Cabela is taking hits already.
Just a minor setback.
Stop hitting me, Ashmag!
My artifact.
Another scar to my collection.
Okay,
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
we're going to do that.
You, my emperor.
I'll do it.
I need to set as many people alight as possible.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
And they keep dodging her.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Thou
Why I
hast
want to
for
set
the
as many
weak.
people alight as possible is pretty simple. The more people that are lit on fire when Octavia gets her turn, the more people die.
Pain soothes my soul.
In our ranks.
Jay dead, down. Right.
It's but an illusion.
Ah, pain and duty go hand in hand. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Okay.
I'll make you howl. A word for a flesh crafter.
Okay, Cabela, can you shut that thing down up there? Yes, you probably can.
I
So
am
we
your
are going to do
blade
that.
and shield. No,
What? I can't?
I cannot.
Oh, that's
see you in
bullshit.
this way. The shadows will see it done.
That was utter bullshit.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Oh, fuck.
My blade whistles
With
your
an
name.
Get you on the art of pain.
Caught by the
You've
web.
unleashed my fury.
Death's hand reaches for me.
And the combat no longer... You know what?
That's my artistry.
Everything is lit on fire. Great.
Your skill is lacking. What if? Let let the bodies pile. My appreciation.
Okay, that was... Everything's pretty much dead. The only thing that isn't dead is that thing there.
Another one is shattered.
I challenge you, damn get. I will carve runes out of your bones. Die in disgrace.
Okay.
like that. My instincts tell me.
Face flames! Another one.
Guided by faith.
Reload it.
I'll do it.
And you know what?
Faith
Bye.
without deeds is worthless.
I will tear your heart out
What?
for this.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
Work for a flesh crafter.
Another one is shattered.
A tactically sound approach.
Parries? Okay.
I will do my duty.
Okay.
It will
Pop
be
that.
done.
I bring mercy and retribution. I shall not.
That has to be one of the most horrible combats I've had.
Step
But
by
at the same
step.
time,
Oh, a genius at work. Oh. Schemes within fate flames. Another one.
You are staring into the eyes of an animal that enjoys killing. No, it does not enjoy it. It just kills, finding no joy or delight in doing so. It kills because that is its nature.
stop all foes are dead. I'm your comrade.
Comrade.
This word has a miraculous effect on the bloodthirsty warrior. Alfar's bristling fiery hair lies flat once more and the imprint of death vanishes from his gaze. The face of a wild beast gives way to a grimace of weariness, grief, and shame.
You beast! You have killed everyone who could have told us anything.
Alfar rumbles grimly.
Mortal, if you were to know of the bitter taste of Wolfen's malice, you would learn that grief takes no prisoners. Grief claims lives.
I suggest we go to see Nocturne of Oblivion. Suggest we go and see why Nocturne of Oblivion has dragged us to this place.
Yes. Where is that slippery wretch? Let me have a word with him.
Just coming out of stealth.
The slender figure of the Harlequin emerges from the shimmering haze. With the grace of one performing a sorrowful dance, he approaches the dying Ildry nearby.
Your dance is now tableau, and I lament. The darkness in the eyes that saw the path. I peer into those tunnels black and bleak. A gleam I seek, the one that points the way. To your imprisoned kin in Tempest's cage.
Okay.
The accursed jester, back again. If you start weaving your webs of rotten claptrap again, I'll rip out your useless tongue.
The Farseer's voice is weak and tremulous from pain. It is strange that he is still capable of speech. His body has been horrifically maimed. The colors of his garb are familiar. The group of Xenos you met on Janus wore the same.
At the top of the spire. They are all there. Help them, Arabenian. And help me. Take me away from here, when it is all over, soon. Disdain you not will I with a refusal. Your soul's refrain will I keep safe as well. But leave to me reality, Farseer. And dreams I'll give into your worthy hands.
With a solemn strike, the Harlequin ends his kinsman's torment and carefully takes the spirit stone from his body. When the Xenos turns to you, his hands are already empty. The stone is gone.
You led me into a trap. Is this idea of your path to the salvation?
You blame the music for your graceless dance. But who here is the means, and who the goal? Of both together are sensations made. You'll have the outcome, I the path thereto.
The Harlequin makes an exaggerated show of drawing back an imaginary curtain. The shadows beneath the black eye holes in his horned mask once again form a mocking smile.
The grand finale of this gory piece, where perfidy and cunning reign supreme, shall now unfold, my merchant vagabond.
Point at the dead Eldari. What was he doing here? I presume he is a valuable prisoner.
The executioner lost interest, and blithely tossed the toy despised aside, proclaiming it a gift to empty bellies. He let the rabble tear it into scraps, and tooth and claw they fought to claim a share, with everyone extolling his largesse.
Why are you even interested in the fate of this dead Farseer and all his fellows?
The starved one's fate to shelter from the storm enlisted me the laugh of jest unending. The soul is not at home amidst dark walls. It yearns to sing, and I to hearken long. Its elegy, by name Oblivion. A cradle I'll bestow, where may this song forevermore resound in endless echo.
The Harlequin said the words laugh of jest unending with reverence, as if it were a title or rank. You recall that Harlequin served the laughing god Segarak. It seems the Xenos is saying that it is at Segaraka's behest that he is attempting to save the Farseers.
What do you want me to do? Why have you all involved me in your plans?
Kamaraka's ancient law was boldly spurned, and too despoiled were Krudaraka's remains. The Tempest's mistress, spurred by avarice, forbidden plunder brought to her dark nest. And though the city shrinks from those whose souls in darkness gleam with coruscating flame, the interdict is scorned, the pact ignored. Kamarak waits, Kamarak tastes its doom. To make up drama farce beyond belief, a pair uncredited assume the stage. A cutthroat Monday key, captive of a thief. A dancer, make strife poet, guileful knave.
With a weary sigh, the Harlequin concludes.
When Coda's note falls silent evermore, the last a duty will perform, and then the first will move, her exodus enact.
Yormaris acted recklessly when she decided to bring captive Psykers back to Komara. The Woodway is extremely sensitive to psychic powers, and the Psykers' presence could force the Dark City apart at the seams, opening gaping chasms to the warp. If the other Cabals knew about this audacious stunt.
How is this all connected to my escape?
Strive up to where the thieving storm has built its squalid nest among the darkened sky. The Tempest's plunder hoards are buried there, and captives, riches, trophies all within. Amidst this cache a gate to real space find. Pass through to freedom tempting and so craved. Companions have I brought, and steps revealed. My lines run out, I have no more to give. The stage is yours, my merchant vagabond. Go fetch a vessel swift, and get you gone.
I have my own idea of how this should end.
A role miscast, alas, I do concede. But all the same, your steps you will complete. A solo, no one to mislead, and to the tune of silence. Nocturne will retreat.
The Harlequin vanishes in a blue shimmer. The horned mask disappears last, its empty eye hole seeming to stare at you in silent reproach.
Rogue thread.
Winches, winches. Okay, so we have basic knife, basic weapon. Yeah, I thought we actually might have had some more interesting things. We have one winch here. We haven't looted.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Go down. Okay. Before anything else now, we are going to heal Jay, I think, yeah.
I have a different perspective. Don't squander this chance.
Oh, thank you, Shireen.
Oh, your survival is preferable.
Guess I'm still alive.
Both strong and wise is Ulfar.
They will see. Oh, yes, they all.
Duty prevails. Cast your eye
You see
there.
a number of containers of some sort beyond the enclosure.
Using a non-attack grants the wearer 5+ dodge, 5+ parry for each adjustment to the wearer for 1 round. Ballistic skill. Whenever the wearer is able to perform an attack of opportunity, gains 1 stack of vengeance. What is that? Agility bonus. Okay.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
I wonder if you can make some really interesting build with Capella. Some kind of dodge parry build.
The 2 pilots are already disarmed and shackled. They give you a haunted look as you approach them but do not dare to say anything. You take a glance at the Xenos boat. Sure, its design and certain parts appear bizarre but you can still guess their purpose. You could probably steer it.
Kill them both.
No, wait. We will cope.
Okay.
What lies beyond?
Nothing here. Okay. To the next part we go. Oh, I have no comms about anything anymore. It's just like destroy everything that is in my way. It's that level right now.
The dim light sources of Comera glow like swamp lights, making you dizzy and nauseous. The gargantuan spire is too large to see in its entirety. Its true proportions are shrouded in shadows, and you feel as if those shadows try to envelop and swallow you whenever you look away. Grinning savagely, Alpha says with undisguised joy.
I smell blood in the air, blood that is about to be spilt. I hear the echo of clashing swords and the terrified screams of Xenos writhing under our heel. Alfather, what a marvelous feast you have prepared for me.
By the Golden Throne, we made it. And all in one piece. Not bad, but we can't relax just yet, we've still got...
The spire of the Reaving Tempest. The seat of my cabal. Both a place to find respite from the scheming of our enemies and a deadly trap for those too weak and soft for our ranks.
Maras high tilts his head and glances at you.
The heart of the spire contains a secret, an ancient webway gate that has remained sealed for many, many eons. Yrmaris kept it in case Vex noose happened to tighten around the cabal's neck. No one save for her and a certain other Cabalite knows where exactly in real space the gate leads. A perfect escape route. And I can open it for you.
I don't trust you. It must be a trap intended to secure a pardon for yourself.
Bah.
The Cabalite lets out a grim laugh.
It will take more than your hide for Yrmaris to accept me back. Still, have it your way. It will provide me with a great deal of amusement to watch you scurry about in search of a different escape out of Comorak. I have a...
Maras high stops, searching for the right word.
A desire. Before we leave the spire, there is something I want to pick up. Something memorable. I left it in the Cabal's abode. I do not want it to fall into the hands of others when carrion eaters and looters flood the spire after we are gone. There could be something in it for you.
He lets the last words hang in the air.
Fine, just point out where this property of yours is.
Of course. First, we need to find my raider. Most likely, at the end of the dock outside the spire. Let's go to the end of this terrace before we enter the spire.
Messiah, what should we expect to find inside the spire?
Cabalites. Wishes. Incubi, at Yrmaris' side.
He pauses for a moment, an expression of concern flashing across his pale features.
That is all.
Hey.
The spire of the Reaving Tempest welcomes you with muffled noises seeping from its dark walls, distant voices, footsteps, and screams of pain.
Peace in my wake.
I see what others do not.
Goods. Okay.
Speak, Edfather.
The vast towers of Comoros spring up out of the darkness surrounding the spire at insane angles, violating all the laws of physics and
In
perspective.
this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Okay, let's go down here. Yeah, we need to have Masai in the party to do it.
Entertain me. Fear precedes me. Suffering is an acquired taste, and I'm eager to enlighten those who lack natural discernment.
What is that?
Okay.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
We're taking all four. Taking all four instead. Okay. Let's go.
It seems the sinister device can be disabled, if one can get past it.
Patience. Oh, my nerves.
Seneschal Viserion.
Brilliance.
Select here.
The sinister labyrinth looks like a death trap. It was probably created for just such a purpose.
Hunt brothers, take heed.
And done.
A tantalizing anomaly.
Okay. Good. Disarm that.
My pleasure.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
There is only death. Yours or mine.
My faith shields me.
A job for me.
Okay.
If it pleases you, Shireen.
I guess we need to. Where have
The
you?
stars are my canvas and anarchy.
Oh, thank you, Shireen.
Oh, on your feet. Do you think my body was suffering?
Okay.
Ah, one step at a time, amidst the madness.
Okay, so we have a path up here now. Okay, great. But we're going to keep exploring a bit.
Judging by the marks on its body, this unfortunate Xenos was sewn together from several individuals of the same species and then ripped 3 modified Ildry hearts out of its own chest.
A minor setback. Damn it! I mean, just bad luck.
Yes.
What lies beyond?
Okay. We're just continuously looting.
One
Unlocked.
and it's done.
Remove bleeding. Blah, 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 blah. Increase the fire rate of the wearer's weapon. by 1. Each of the enemies attacked perplexing inflicted on enemies in a 2-cell radius whenever the wearer attacks an enemy behind cover. Okay. Solid
There will
things
be
pretty much.
no peace in my
Flint
wake.
grass for my sharp senses.
Let's see how to dismember you properly.
Okay.
You dare
Discipline of
oppose
pain.
us?
Okay.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
Rejoice in battle!
I'll return this favor tenfold.
Have another attack. You know what? Let's light the ground on fire here. That means these guys will actually get debuffs for it as well. And let's dash into cover
As the
and
Emperor
reload.
commands, I act. Faith
And
without
pop that.
deeds is worthless.
You will pay dearly for your
Ouch.
actions. I'll return this favor tenfold.
I'm not injured.
Ouch.
I'm
You will
enraged.
pay dearly for your actions.
Double the damage from psychic power and half fire damage from... Meh.
A wicked thought.
My wounds. I'll return this favor tenfold. Isha, heal my wounds. I answer the call.
Dun, dun, dun.
Another one is shattered.
Isha.
Let's do that.
Death is a blessing. Trust me.
Okay.
The shadows will see it done. Trust me.
Well,
I shall not
you're
fail.
welcome to try.
As the tenets come, the other side awaits. As honor ordains. The shadows will see it done. Trust me. My blade whispers your name.
Okay. Bloodthirsty experiment.
My place is at the fore. Indeed. One fewer target.
Haunting Scream isn't enough.
Victory is imminent.
Okay.
The fame-hungry come.
What? Oh, you actually have a heavy bolter. Forgot about that, honestly. Or not heavy bolter, you have another bolter. Yeah.
Unleash my fury.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Another stroke of genius! In despair!
Yeah.
A predictable downfall.
104.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
You know what? We're just
Wanna
gonna...
see a trick?
Oh, fuck's sake. Okay.
You jest, surely.
These flames are not
Wait,
warm.
Monkey. Extend a helping hand and I will show you the way home.
Stumble upon a Farsi with a clear mind.
In this
Let's make a deal.
tapestry of a world, I am the rogue threat.
I don't know how I feel about that, honestly.
Oh, what curiosity unveils itself.
Trading is just like art. It takes skill and talent.
The strange capsule emits a barely perceptible buzz.
Every day,
Its
a
thick
new
walls barely
opportunity.
contain the sounds
My
coming
pleasure.
from within, the sounds of a living and tormented creature.
You love to take charge, don't you?
You know what? Fuck it.
Somewhere, an unseen mechanism whirs to life.
Book. Collect that. You know what? Let's see what he has to say.
Despite his many bleeding wounds, the stately Aldrai calmly straightens his shoulders and raises his narrow chin as he scrutinizes you with his keen gaze. Mysterious blue lights glimmer in his emerald green eyes.
A Monday key saved my life? The universe is full of cruel surprises.
Who are you?
Do you want to know my name, Monday Key? Your dynasty is not known for its amiability. Indeed, we have nothing to discuss after what your kin did to my home.
The Aldrai's thin eyebrows draw together.
But as a token of my gratitude for your saving me, I will satisfy your curiosity after all. I am Eklendal Maerj, who walks the path of the Farser, the all-seeing eye and timeless sentinel of the craft world Kruderak. I was, that is. Until recently. I will not ask for your name. It is as ephemeral in this world as the morning dew that disappears by noon.
I heard Kundrach. I've heard about it from Eldari settlers on my world.
So, some survived after all?
The Aldrai's eyes are filled with hope, only for it to fade quickly.
And they ended up on your world. Tell me, Monday Key, what lot awaited their immortal souls in those strange lands so far from their home?
Let's say they didn't survive our encounter.
The Aldrai gives you a probing stare.
I grieve for those who are no more. My heart burns with pain and fury at the mere sight of the slayer of my kin, Monday Key. But if you are doing this to make me lose my composure, rest assured that you will fail. I am not so foolish as to challenge you. Not yet, at any rate. You still need me, and I still need you.
Your guess is as good as mine.
There is truth behind your words, Monday Key, a truth I am unable to see right now. But their fate will certainly be revealed to me in my dreams. Until then, I will beseech the gods for benevolence toward my kin.
I have seen other Eldari here. They're all dead.
Between the homunculus's tortures, I was able to glance inside my kin's desperate minds. I saw every soul that was extinguished in this spire. I sang a lament for every brother and sister sacrificed by the Dark Ones. I carry their memory in my heart, and if I get out of here alive, their names will not be forgotten.
You said you would help me find a way home. What did you mean?
The countless hours I spent in the homunculus's cage were not all spent in the throes of agony. I listened. I observed. I absorbed. And I soon learned that an age-old gate built by our ancestors is hidden in the heart of the spire. A webway gate connected to the world outside. I can unseal it and forge our path to salvation. I can help you make your way out of the Dark City and leave this place behind. But you must take me to the gate. My mind is still firm, and my spirit is unbreakable. My body, on the other hand, will not soon forget pain's embrace.
That does not sound particularly interesting. Why wouldn't I just kill you?
Because then you will be trapped in this place forever. The gate will not yield to a Mundakia's will. And when the Archon's servants come for you, you will have no choice but to surrender. And become another of the Homunculus's amusing playthings.
For a second, the Aldry's eyes light up eerily.
I have seen it in your future, Mundaki. I have seen your past, too. You will not risk everything and leave your domain without a protector. That is why you are going to accept my offer.
Tell me how I can open the gate and I should do it myself.
I do not think a Mundaki can manage it. It requires the blood of the children of Asurian. Or the knowledge of the Dark Ones. Your species is too weak for such things.
So you can't get us out. Go ahead then. I have no intention of staying in this place any longer.
Then lead the way. And I will follow in your footsteps.
Okay. Mysterious tool required to open the webway gate. Okay.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Parry deduction. Okay. This armor restores 2 wounds for each of the wearer. Has a number of the following damage effect: burning, toxic.
What is that?
A job for me.
A tantalizing anomaly.
Come on.
One and it's done.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
Goods.
The Farseer's body is covered in fresh wounds. Their edges are turning blue and rotting, the effect of an unknown toxin.
Oh.
Frozen in elegant poses on the intricate game board are figurines of Druckery and Asuriani, carved with great skill from onyx and wraithbone.
Take the board.
One step at a time,
Okay.
amidst the madness.
That's a dead end. Okay, so we need to go this... Oh, we have loot over here that we haven't gotten. Okay, we're going that way.
My pleasure.
The set of symbols looks unfinished, as if you only have half of the mysterious message in front of you.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
The laboratory is crammed with mechanisms and devices unknown to you, the sight of which makes you sick.
Access received.
And done.
Oh. More resources. It's not bad, more resources, but yeah. This looks like it's loot, but yeah.
One and it's done.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
We need to go there. That's the place we need to go. And it should be clear all the way back. Okay, so up here.
Hunt, brothers. Take heed.
Okay. Down here again.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
We dismantle that.
My pleasure.
Okay. Deactivate that.
And done.
Okay. More loot.
Thank Russ for my sharp senses.
Okay, Jay.
Shaving.
I have a craving for some.
Trading is just like art. It takes skill and talent. A job for me.
Okay.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Yeah, this place is disturbing. But what do I expect from Drukhari, honestly? There's blood and corpses everywhere. Everywhere.
How intriguing.
Goods. Oh, sharp shooter rifle. Hulking, enormous, massive. Okay, so the bigger they are, the harder they fall. A desolation blast pistol. Every stack inflicts a stack of melting.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Muffled cries of pain come from the impenetrable
Some
darkness.
choose well. Others prepare power. And me, well, I'm not that picky. I'll take both.
Okay, you can pretty much equip anything. That is good to keep in mind. That's the one we wanted, yes. Okay.
What is that?
Disarm.
One and it's done.
They will see.
Medic.
A monstrously
They
mutilated
all will
body.
see.
Okay.
The view of the intertwining and intricate passages of the labyrinth fascinates and draws the eye.
More materials.
Oh, a tantalizing anomaly.
My pleasure.
Okay. So the plan is pretty much this, our game plan. Our game plan is stack up so Octavia have the possibility to put out her ultimate, and then we just clean everything up. Because that gives us so many stacks that it's ridiculous.
Oh, how
I
intriguing.
cannot be leashed.
We are going to save here.
You love to take charge, don't you?
Demo that.
Speak, et fater. Yes.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue
What
thread.
is that?
Okay, we are going to
the
be...
ordinary, I am an enigma. A formidable downfall. I wish to vivisect you.
Okay. That is exactly what I wanted. Cablite, Thrallmaster. What weapon do they have? They have that. Okay, fair enough. Cablite shooter. So we are going to do this. Agatha is this side. Octavia is here. Ulfar is here. Abelard is here. Cabela is here. And Jay has cover here over with these people. You know what? There.
protect me.
I'll do what it takes.
Death comes in silence. I shall not.
Surfaces around are covered with mucus.
No pleasure.
Okay. That means we have 3 stacks of that. You know what? No. We're just going to fall back with her directly.
Let them tremble.
Hecatrix. Okay.
My blood sings in anticipation.
Okay, so we are going to start by doing yeah, you know what, fuck it.
Shadows start to bleed.
Another one.
A gust of otherworldly wind brings the smell of rot.
Avalord. Know what? Pop that. Okay. We're going to do that. Going to do that. And that.
I will do my duty. It will be done. Indeed.
They're going to be rough, aren't they? But that is perfect. And both of them dodged. Of course.
I'll do it. Another one! It's shattered!
Octavia is after this.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
You will pay for this in blood.
And
do
that.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
You will
Hey!
pay for this in blood.
We're going. And then.
See?
A gust of cold wind ruffles your hair.
Huh. What if... Schemes.
That's nasty
within
damage.
Schemes.
That's 200 damage.
Our foes reek of cowardice. Cubs play.
And you'll spray down the corridor.
I will carve runes out of your bones.
And just kick him.
Dishonor the wolf with such tasks.
Fate claims another one.
I am your blade and shield.
There's nothing over here now.
Trust me. Come. The other side awaits.
Taste my blood.
A bitter end.
I got disarmed.
As the tenants demand. Your skill is lacking. Let your soul be purged.
Okay.
Oh, a predictable downfall.
It's just that Hecatrix left. Okay, let's burn it.
Work.
I can hear her whisper.
The treasures of the Coronis await.
In front of you is part of a Xenodevis that controls the traps in this deadly place.
I like the fact that we killed someone so hard that they keep standing.
What is that?
Is it wargled?
Okay. Disarm.
My pleasure.
Disarm. Homunculus
A
God.
job for me.
Yes, we are going to fight her.
A tantalizing anomaly.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
How intriguing. Strike me again. See what happens.
Pain cleanses the body.
In the shadows of the Imperial's ignorance, my genius blossoms. Oh, how they fear the brilliance that eludes their narrow vision.
I will endure.
Your survival is preferable.
Ministration is a holy task.
The trauma bag. Yeah.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Trauma
Oh,
J.
don't squander this chance.
I owe you a debt.
On
Cabela.
your feet.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Ready as
J.
always. Oh, don't you trust me?
Thank Cross for my sharp senses.
And done.
There are faintly visible field lines on the smooth surface,
Patience.
probably some sort of
nerves are
power
frayed.
system.
Hunt brothers, take heed.
One and it's done.
Oh, what
is
curiosity unveils itself before
Good.
Dying Xenos are playing us like
Recovery
puppets.
grants pad rate and area damage.
I sense new webs of foul
Biomancy
intrigue weaving
staff.
about our hands.
The wearer attacks opportunity deal toxic damage. If the wearer has attacked with an opportunity, the attacker also suffers toxic damage. And this one is the wearer gains 4+ damage against enemies whose has no adjacent allies. Only applies to first strike or projectile in a burst attack. Also, the wearer's dash and charge ability increased by 1 cell. Okay, yeah, fair
The
enough.
God Emperor will not forsake his faithful. We are nearing our escape from this labyrinth. I feel it with all my heart.
Okay, we are also going to do this. I see that now.
the stars are my canvas.
Where
and
are
energy is
you?
my brush. Oh, don't squander this chance.
Though I gave thee my blood and my pain, thou hast ordained that I shall live.
My pleasure.
Ah, one step at a time, amidst the madness.
Oh, we are going to have ourselves a little fight up here, I have a feeling.
The homunculus looks up from the control panel and gazes at you with disdain from the other side of the impenetrable force screen.
You survived, specimen. What a woeful lack of ability to follow orders. You were supposed to die, be it in the arena or in the chasm. However, the servants of Aesir race will soon remedy your blunder.
You hear a whisper behind you. Kibella's ardent, ecstatic whisper. She is praying to the Undying One, her eyes closed, a blissful smile on her lips, clutching her weapons in a white-knuckled grip. Then she opens her eyes wide and says quietly,
I cannot tell you how glad I am to meet you again, Vilturventius.
Hello, Venturatius. I have not missed you either.
Specimen, as you might have noticed.
The homunculus's limbs simultaneously gesture at the massive construct supporting the force field around him.
This version of the Stifler blocks both the energy that bleeds in from beyond the veil and any physical attempts to intrude inside its range. Your attempt at conversing is pointless. Simply continue on the way to your demise and do not disturb me.
Alphar's voice turns quiet and insinuating, and a smile plays on his lips.
Yes, you are safe. For now. But as soon as you step out from behind this field, who knows in what shadowy corner will catch you. Any step outside could mean your death. Then again, perhaps you will not come out. You might sit here for a day or two, a month, a year, forever. Sitting and trembling. A small, frail inhuman, trapped in a prison of his own toys and fear.
Tervanshaz's face stiffens into a mask of contempt, but his working limbs begin to twitch nervously and his chest heaves with a mechanical creak as if he is suddenly running out of air. Your gaze momentarily loses focus and the only thing you can still see clearly is the massive stifler construct to which Tervanshaz is referring. You suspect. No, you know for a certainty that the device contains a flaw invisible to ordinary eyes. A flaw made by Tervanshaz himself, one that is enough to channel warp corruption into the heart of the stifler.
Examine the construction.
The stifler is enormous and resembles the devices you have seen before. There is no doubt that its purpose is to suppress warp manifestations. However, you notice a few details that are out of step with the construct's otherwise typical druggery design. Several of its parts were made from a material foreign to Comora and fused into its frame by an unknown force.
What would happen if I destroyed this construct, I wonder?
The Xenos narrows his eyes at you and hisses.
You must be thinking that the moment you do it, Comorak will descend into demonic mayhem and the valorous rogue trader will have rid the universe of the abominable druggery and finally flee these dark halls? Before all that happens, specimen, the demons that will arrive will rip your flesh to shreds and devour everyone in sight. And while you are busy writhing in agony, I will have enough time to put everything back in order.
Jay swallows nervously.
Look, Shireen, I'd love to slap the damned Ashmag myself for all the foul things he's done to us, but I don't want to be torn apart by demons, you know?
You do not seem to share your kind's fear of the warp in the slightest. Does that make you mad or simply arrogant?
The Xenos responds with a self-satisfied chuckle.
Fear is the reaction of a weak mind presented with the inconceivable. Even our masters are liable to it. Oh, the pains it took me to convince the Archon to bring the spirit warriors into the Dark City. And to then conceal the evidence of the dimensional collapse that had destabilized the spire. I alone acted without fear. I delved deeper, as a scalpel delves into flesh. I have designed devices that stifle the breath of the unreal. I am creating a weapon that will make the warp itself tremble, and I am using the raging power of suns as sustenance for my weapon. I know no fear, for in my mind, there is no inconceivable, only the unconceived.
You're saying you were using power of the suns? Does that mean you're behind the disappearance of the stars?
Of course. My masterpiece needed an unthinkable amount of energy, but how could I let something as trifling as the unthinkable stand in my way? The star you call Rykad was stolen at my behest, as were many before it.
Tervanshaz's gloating tone becomes insufferable.
Have you been to the world you Mundaki know as Santiel's pride? I only recently took its sun while you were busy spilling witch guts on the arena floor. It was most amusing to watch your pathetic planet freeze to its very core. How fascinating it is that such a paltry sacrifice as the lives of several million Mundaki can serve something as great as my masterpiece.
Edge she through my eyes, a doorway of the dark city, I pray.
What?
The homunculus stares at you with eyes filled with unnatural light, like a shimmering ocean of silvery blue with glimpses of nightmarish shadows lurking within. His body jerks and his many appendages contract convulsively.
Disciple of the truth, you have outdone yourself. The truth marches ever closer with quiet inevitability, and once its blessing runs through the veins of this one's machinery, the dark city will become its domain. Go, disciple of the truth. Return to your real space and serve us as you did before. The path is open.
Eldari proficiency, shuriken cannon. Okay.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Oh yeah. We have a bit more to. We have this part here we haven't actually done anything with. I'm wondering. There's probably more traps. There's always traps. Why is there always traps?
Aha! Found it.
Yeah, as I said.
And done.
Thank Russ for my sharp senses.
There
A job
are
for me.
more goods.
Curiosity.
Nothing more hidden here.
In my
Okay.
veins.
One and it's done.
This galaxy is my playground.
Yep.
Your efforts are noted. Your survival is preferable.
A wound. I didn't notice.
Okay.
Oh, what
Yay.
lies beyond?
More stuff. Nothing there. Okay. That is presumably the stairway up to the boss.
The spires of Komarov pierce the darkness like needles through living flesh.
Doing a check. We don't really have anything that would improve you, do we? Not really, no.
Patience. Oh, my nerves are frayed.
Miserable vermin.
Yormaris hisses through her teeth upon seeing you. Despite her blazing eyes and her bared teeth, you plainly discern what is in the Druckery's heart, fear.
I will see to it that death comes for you slowly.
By sundering the reality causing disjunction, you let the warp demon invade Komora. Yeah, fuck you. If you wish to live, get out of my way, and I get the gate, not your life. All those cross-world fragments, all those prisoners. Was it all worth it, Xenos?
Spare yourself the struggle of comprehending the meaning behind my deeds, wretched creature. Critarak was to be my key to power the likes of which the Reaving Tempest could only dream of. Majesty is mine alone to claim, and I will claim it.
What did you need the Farseers for? Why take such risk?
So be it, I will humor you before death, if only to step out of another's shadow once and for all. I wish to orchestrate a little disjunction, and with my helpless brethren in my clutches, who are capable of tearing apart the veil with their mere presence, it could not have been simpler. When the time came, the Farseers would be my weapon against the Reaving Tempest's rivals. Under cover of the cataclysm, my blades would behead all those who stood in the way of my ascent.
Tired of your gains, you have ushered into my rank. Prepare to die, Archon Imris.
Die. Ha.
Yormaris draws her weapon.
You are the only one who dies today. and after I am done with you, I will pay a visit to real space, to observe the terror and ruin wrought by my cabal. Do you know, Monkey, that so many of your kind have had their lives cut short at the hands of their own kin? I used you to purge the ranks of the cabal, to clear all obstacles from my path. I used you to accomplish my goals. I colluded with your kind, despite your much vaunted hatred of Xenos, which ought to have prevented any of you from even considering such a thing. You lie, Xenos. This is the foul slander of an enemy of humanity.
Blessed throne.
Abelard closes his eyes and shakes his head in sorrow. It seems the Xenos' admission has aged him 5 years.
My servants are heading out on a new hunt as we speak. Who will become their prey? Which lights will wink out in the void? How many Monkey will perish in the darkness?
Yormaris lets out a mocking laugh.
You will never know.
Have you any final words to speak before your demise, Imres?
Yormaris tilts her head.
I intend to live, Monkey. I will live. And I will continue my work and lead my cabal to greatness.
Watch the spectacle unfold!
You think so, at least. You think so. Incubus. Grotesque, grotesque. Okay, so she's going first, then Agatha, then Incubus, Ulfar, Cabela. Why is it that Octavia keeps getting last fucking spot? Start battle.
I will if this is my death. May
Okay,
my
Cabela
blood
is dead.
be a worthy sacrifice.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! Doubt is for the weak.
Nothing bleeding and fresh wounds. Yeah, no matter what I can do, I can't save Cabela. That's annoying. That's really annoying.
For you, my Emperor! Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I...
Your last stroke of luck.
I'll do it.
Your death is approaching.
A broken blade has no use.
A born predator does not become prey. So it's... Feel the icy bite of death! See, I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
You call this a strike?
Yeah, I do.
My hand is thunder! My strike is ruin!
Oh, another scar to my collection.
Every thread ends in death.
Okay. That sucks. So annoying. We can probably do that, but it's going to take so long. It's going to take so long if I decide to do that. Why is it that Octavia goes last? That is the thing that bothers me the most. Why is it every time it's all the way back here? Okay, fair enough.
My pleasure.
Ah, that's annoying.
Amidst the madness,
This is one of the more annoying things about this game, honestly.
Wargled or a trap?
The web serves.
Let's make a deal. Where's the profit in this? And done.
Octavia, where
Let
do we have you?
us seize the moment.
Torment the captive. Yeah, not that.
A wicked thought. Ha! There will be no peace in my wake.
Well,
Flames! Let's see how to dismember you properly.
I will revel in your pain.
okay, let's...
Bite like a pop.
A dance of blades and shadows.
let's do that.
The shadows will see it done.
I'll show you the real pain.
This goes against the tenets.
Okay.
Tell me, and it is done.
Schemes within schemes within another one is shattered.
Watch my back.
Hey.
I can do that with the right incentive. Don't get too cocky.
Light sources grow painfully bright.
I refuse to bow.
Come on.
Emperor, protect me.
Malice drives me.
Doubt is for the weak.
Your skill is
I'll do it. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
And we flamethrower these guys.
Faith without deeds is
Octavia
worthless.
is right after, okay.
Eradicated.
Which, okay. Okay. And then we apply bleeding on everything. And then we kill the rest.
a genius at work. Let the bodies fire.
Victory is imminent.
I'll return the pain tenfold.
If you believe you can do that, yeah, sure.
Predictable downfall.
I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! Feel the icy bite of death! So shall it. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father!
Okay.
The wolf is on the hunt. Die in disgrace!
Yeah,
I will
Bella.
leave footprints of scarlet. As honor or death is a blessing.
Okay.
Speak, Edvater.
Take everything here. Take everything here.
In front of you is part of a Xenodevis that controls the traps in this deadly place.
One and it's done.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue
Lord.
thread. Pain soothes my soul.
Fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Where do we have that?
I have a different
Aim for the heart next time.
perspective. Oh, don't squander this chance.
No Medicae needed.
On
Just give
your
me some
feet.
notes.
Join me in prayer. Blessed be the hand of the healer. Ministration is a holy task. The pain will subside.
A wound? I didn't notice.
Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
You cannot
Who's in
trick
Earth's
death.
Sins
It will
hidden in
claim
the
me
heart
Okay.
one day.
turn all to decay.
AP.
The pain will subside.
Do you think my body was
Let me tend to your wounds.
You cannot trick death.
Injuries will
claim
not
me
slow
one day.
me. Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
Oh, thank you, Shireen.
They will see.
Okay.
Watch out.
Oh yes, they all will see.
My pleasure.
Okay.
What is that?
And done.
Thank Russ for my sharp senses.
Looted
One
that.
and
Open
it's
that.
done.
Is it Wargold? Or a
Amicabellard, there are techniques
My
and tools to
pleasure.
help you forget. I can.
Tantalizing and
Trading is just like art. It takes skill and talent. A job
No.
for me.
There are some things one must not forget,
What
Mistress Kybella.
lies
Okay.
beyond?
Then this side is cleared. Yeah. That was stupid not saving.
The bizarre STELE emits a subtle humming sound. As you listen, you feel your head is about to tear apart in unbearable agony, as if the sound is resonating with something in your mind.
And done.
Looted as
Fortune
well.
smiles on us. An ill
Do
omen.
that.
One and it's done.
Oh, what curiosity
Uh,
unveils
there.
itself before
A job
me.
for me.
Patience. Oh, my nerves are frayed.
See? Right
The
there.
dead know nothing, and neither do the ignorant.
Okay.
And done.
Okay. That's this place fixed.
The Hemonculus looks up.
Okay.
You hear a whisper.
Specimen.
Your gaze. The stifler is enormous and
Captive would
Does it-
destroy it.
Jay swallows nervously.
Look, Shireen,
Don't
I'd love
think
to
that's
slap the
like
damn.
fear of war.
I alone acted without fear.
Using the
Of
power
course.
of the sun.
Turvanshaz's gloating tone becomes insufferable.
Break it with
What?
warp.
Turvanshaz. The Hemonculus stares at you with eyes filled with unnatural light, like a shimmering ocean of silvery blue with glimpses of nightmarish shadows lurking within.
Go, disciple of the truth. Return to your real space and serve us as you did before. The path is open.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
And we fix that as well. Okay, so that is everything is cleared here.
The elevator is controlled by unknown mechanisms that the human mind seems unable to comprehend.
Okay. first over here. Loot the goods here. Collect. Nothing here we can interact with more.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Here, loot that. Nothing more we can interact with here. Okay. Save. Additional damage from death above. Press advantage. You have 2 good already. That toughness. I think that's literally what screwed you over last time. So we are going to do this.
The Emperor sets my path. Blessed be the hand of the healer.
I literally think that was the thing that screwed you over. The reduction in toughness. You don't have much toughness to begin with, but even less. Scary about Jay can't actually use this, but she has the highest Medicaid skill in the party, pretty much. But, yeah. Can we put on a better... Is more than 50. Agility is 45. Okay. Deflection. How is your intelligence? Your intelligence isn't abnormally high. Dodge against human enemies. Parry chance with melee attacks. That's just better. A 102 dodge chance. Yes, 110 dodge chance on you. Is that actually better? 115 dodge chance. I would say that's better, yeah. Agatha. Extra wound, strength bonus. Agility. Int bonus to ballist. What is your int? It's 3. So int bonus. Higher than 65. The armor I'm using is the one it's sticking around, let's put it that way. Yeah. You know what, those 5% persuasion gloves isn't good enough for you anymore. Do we have anything that actually would help you? Rate of fire? Attack of opportunity. Strength and toughness. Conviction. Tech use, run and gun. Double ballistic. Ballistic skill crit damage. Yeah, why not? Hits from melting. Against no adjacent allies. Whenever perform a single shot to range attack and cover gains armor penetration. Okay. I think this is going to be good. We're going to save here again. Everyone's fully equipped. You're not fully equipped, but at this point, like, you can't use med packs either. You know what? Another fucking grenade.
Blessed be the road that we take.
Miserable vermin.
Yormaris hisses through her teeth upon...
Spare yourself the struggle of comprehending the meaning behind my deeds. So be it. I will humor you before death, if only to step out of another's shadow once and for all.
If you wish
I wish to orchestrate a little disjunction, and with my helpless brethren in my clutches.
Okay, yep.
Do you know? You lie.
Blessed throne.
My servants are heading out on a new hunt as we speak. Who will become their prey? Which lights will wink out in the void?
If you wish to live, get out of my way.
How many monkey will...
Yormaris laughs. The sound is reminiscent of a snake hissing.
Oh, monkey. You are a brazen one, aren't you? Will you still be so brash when I flay you open and string you up by your sinews?
Any last words?
Yormaris tilts her head.
I intend to live, monkey. I will live. And I will continue my work and lead my cabal to greatness.
Okay, now Octavia is actually a lot higher. Okay.
Is that all you've got?
No, sorry. What do you have? You have bestial natural armor. Okay.
Death comes in silence. I shall not fail.
100 damage? That's not bad.
Trust me. The shadows will see it done. Trust me.
Let's go that. Almost killed him. Damn.
Let's see. A wicked thought. Shattered foes in my way.
It's all. Just a minor setback.
Faith shields me. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor
Run and
commands,
gun.
I act.
It's in the wrong order actually.
Rejoice
Best thing
in
would have been
battle.
to save run and gun. but yeah.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, and we give you a
Faith
kick.
without deeds is worthless.
You call this a strike?
And then
I'll do it.
Last stroke of luck.
miss.
I've suffered worse.
From the ashes I will rise.
So we're going to go for lighting you on fire,
Within schemes.
and then we're going to proc this one again.
Ah, what if?
You will pay for this in blood. Woe to you.
Okay, we have 31 stacks. We are going. Abelard is going to taunt off you, so we need her to. Okay, we are going to go one step here.
Living on the edge.
We're going to pump a shotgun
do
shot
that.
straight in your face.
You call this a strike?
Stuns him. Okay, great. That means we're then going to pop that. That's going to increase your HP to 6. And that... Oh, that just boosts yours. 30 plus momentum. Okay. Then we're going to
It will
pump
be done.
there. It's going to take those two. And I want you to come to me.
At your beck and call.
Then we're going here,
It will be done.
cutting you in the back. Okay?
I will do my duty.
What an anguish to see.
Harry. Grotesque. Down and down. Okay.
So it shall be.
Your last stroke of luck.
Stunning as many as possible is a good idea.
I hunger for
I'm
battle.
going to harass you. Yeah.
Comes play. Give this task to someone lesser. You bite like a
Blasphemer!
For this in blood.
Oh, you. Oh, okay. Yeah.
wolf's reign. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument.
Okay. I missed as well. Okay, Bella is. Oh, yeah. Thank God.
Ah, an exemplary strike.
Shall become like fire.
Okay. It's just one.
must not become prey!
As the tenets demand. As honor ordains.
You parried that. Okay, that
Trust
sucks.
me.
Ho 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 ho. Don't mind if I do now. No. That's the one.
Behold my artistry! Let's see.
A gust of otherworldly wind brings the smell of rot. Cuts and cracks appear on your skin.
That's what I call a... Yes, yes, I get... No, game. I killed too much too fast, I guess. Okay. So that's dead, that's dead, that's dead. Imidus is there. Yeah, I'm just going to light you on fire. That's taking that off
Genius at work.
her.
Another one is shattered.
Administration is a holy task.
A lot of stacks down there. So we have the grotesque down here, we have the grotesque up there. And you are going to...
Guided by faith. As the Emperor commands.
Tear your throat personally, Monkai. Okay.
Cleanses the body.
Okay, those are turrets. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, we are going to pop that. Come on, move over here.
I know what I'm doing, usually.
It's your turn
They'll write legends about me.
to go ham on stuff now. So...
Schemes within schemes. What if?
Okay, 2 turrets there. Can we... Yep, we can that as well. I'll light you up more. Light up that one more.
A predictable downfall.
100.
Don't
What
get
do I
too
do?
cocky.
Yeah, the turret is highest
got a
priority.
problem?
A strike of terror pierces the heart.
Tell me, and it is done.
Okay,
A genius.
like you. 200 stacks on fire. Okay, yep.
Schemes within. I brook no opposition.
Okay, yeah.
They will see. Oh, yes. They all will see.
int bonus dodge to wear an ally. Dracari weapon deals double toxic damage for each successful attack against increased damage of the toxin suffered by one. Jin Blade of Imres. The blade deals damage to a target. This sword gets 3 plus to their weapons. And that's just a normal armor. Okay.
There will be no peace in my wake.
It feels like it should be something hidden here, if that makes sense. Feels like there should be something, a hidden chest or something like that. Okay, you know what? Where is it? What was it I equipped that gave me 10 of everything? It was 10.
Oh, what lies beyond?
Nothing. Okay. That is actually a good thing.
With the physical horrors of Kimura behind them, a long and arduous journey possible only with the help of a Xenos guide lay ahead for the rogue trader and her party. From one strange destination to the next, through unknowable environments, the mere sight of which could drive one to madness.
Yeah, that's a bit freaky, no question about it.
Despite the challenges, they managed to escape the labyrinthian webway and find their way back home.
Just fell string of puppeteer.
A poorly shaved commoner in worn coveralls eyes you with suspicion. He is clutching an autogoon that looks like it is one careless reload away from falling apart. The man narrows his eyes and enquires.
Oi. Who are you lot? You're not bandits, are you?
Upon noticing a non-human in your retinue, the old man grimaces with contempt and clutches the aquila hanging around his neck.
And chumming around with inhuman scum, no less. Begone, you lanky freak. I compel you in Saint Cognatius's name, in Saint Nicomedes Keefe's name, in Saint Drusus's name.
Eklendil casts a weary eye over the commoner and enquires quietly.
Is this Monday Key possessed or simply mad?
I'm the mistress of this planet, Octavia the Fire Axe von Valencius, and I require something from you. Who am I, you ask? I'm rogue trader von Valencius. On your knees, knave, while you still have them.
The old man flinches in terror, drops his travesty of a firearm, and falls on his knees with a sniveling grimace.
Throne above. Your ladyship, have mercy, I didn't recognize ye. I'm just a lowborn, a small, Humble man. I've only ever seen your lustrous visage on the holy icons in the temples of the capital.
So who are you?
I'm a scout, your ladyship. I wander the woods, I test the soil.
Taking great care, the old man reaches into his sack and pulls out a scratched auspex with a long spike, wrapped in a muddy rag.
The tech priest told me, once 1,000 steps you have walked, thrust the mystical probe into the soil, say a prayer, then press the smaragdine seal. Offer 3 prayers to the emperor, then press the ruby seal. Thus will the probe test the land and tell you what minerals dwell therein.
Okay. What do the people of Janus say about my adoption?
The man gives you a puzzled look.
Was it? Did some rotter abduct you? Who could perpetrate such villainy? Kidnapping her ladyship, the nerve. We ain't heard nothing here on Janus.
How are things in the colony?
I won't shame myself by complaining. We live, thanks be to the God Emperor and your ladyship. We pray for your health every day. Our good masters, the wise magi, they take care of us. Every month, we give them a drop of blood as payment for protecting us, and they use it to brew potions that can detect freaks. We do whatever mystical tasks they require of us, and for that, the magi order the irrigation facilities to yield twice as much.
His expression darkens.
There's this plague going around on Janus, though. Makes your hair fall out, your skin go pale, and your voice disappear. Turns normal, emperor-fearing people into right freaks, scum of humanity. We call folks like that wretches. Scary to look at, better to put them all down. Well, we do, little by little. With poison.
Is the governor well?
Vistenza Janus viat aberum af coronis.
The commoner pronounces the governor's florid name flawlessly, but every word makes him flinch like someone is hitting him with a stick.
We pray for her health every day.
His voice drops to a whisper.
We also pray that she never sets her sights on us. They say scary things about the capital, about her court, about the missing people. Rumor has it, they host a never-ending ball at her palace. The dancing never stops, not for a moment. Any servant who steps inside the palace never comes out. There must be an awful lot of work to do at that ball of theirs.
I need a
In a
shuttle.
jiffy, your ladyship. Please be welcome to our flying ferry, it's right over yonder, in the brush. It's also where our expedition's Vox Wizard is staying.
Eklendil shoots you a keen look and asks coldly.
Will your capital offer protection? I do not wish to exchange one prison for another.
The old man glances at the farseer suspiciously.
Will that there chatty mug be flying to the capital with your ladyship? He's got an awful big mouth, he looks like trouble.
Shackle the scene and kill the farseer. This one? He's not going... he's no further use to me.
The sight of the dying Xenos makes the commoner rejoice.
You show him, your ladyship. Death to the enemies of humanity.
Can't I loot? I want to loot him. Are we back on the ship now then? I think we're back on the ship. Come on.
The high-ranking officers beam with genuine happiness. Danroke steps forward and solemnly says,
Welcome to the bridge, Lord Captain. Like the rest of the crew, we are overjoyed by your return and thank the Emperor for it.
The crew stares in awe and terror at the giant towering over the crowd. Some make the sign of... Mara's High's presence alone is enough to elicit gasps of dismay and whispers from the crowd. The Druckari ignores all Monkey reactions to his person and surveys the ship's bridge, examining every detail with ostentatiously cool interest. His markedly casual posture is belied by the subtle and unusual tension in his body. Heinrichs van Kalarx approaches you. He is not looking his best. It seems he has not slept in quite a while.
Lord Captain, allow me to express how glad I am that you have rejoined us, alive and unharmed.
The decks overflow with dazzling shades of yellow as the crew welcomes its lady, and I join them in this greeting. Lord Captain, I'm so glad to see you. I nearly lost it when you up and disappeared on me. I was getting by on stimulants and recaf, I barely slept, also I could keep listening to the whispers for any clue on how to find you. The only other time I felt so powerless was when Lady Theodora.
She stops.
Pardon me, Lord Captain, I'm talking nonsense.
Pasquale offers you a respectful bow.
The return of the Mistress of the Temple is an event honored by every spirit that dwells within the sacred systems and machines of this abode.
First off, how do you know about my adoption?
Not much, Lord Captain. All contact with your party was lost shortly after the supposed pirates boarded the ship and abducted your companions' kinspeople. We immediately sent shuttles with boarding parties to your aid, but we didn't find anyone on the ship save for the crew, all of whom had either been butchered or driven insane.
Heinrich's gaze is focused on Juliet. His eyes burn with undisguised hatred and a promise.
No, she's not here. She's
Since
dead.
your ladyship's body was never recovered, we hoped against hope that you were still alive. Alas, even our most alert auger operators never spotted anything suspicious, and thus our ignominious failure put you in dire peril.
Heinrich's gaze, tense and almost desperate, is focused on you. But he says nothing, for now, at least.
Dare we inquire what happened to your ladyship?
Yolette helped the Drukhari abduct me and take me to Komora.
The officers erupt into indignant shouts, promising death to any treacherous Xenos that crosses their path. Raver shakes his head.
Xenos have no souls and no conscience. They are dishonorable degenerates and traitors by their very nature.
Where has my ship been all this time?
The Officers' Council decided to take the ship to Footfall, where one can hear the gossip of the entire expanse. Our agents tirelessly searched for information about your ladyship. Had we heard even a whisper of where you were imprisoned, we would have immediately launched a rescue expedition. While you were absent, Lord Captain, we made every effort to find you. That resulted in a number of modifications to the ship that have significantly upgraded it. Thanks to a favorable deal secured by the esteemed High Factotum, the ship is now equipped with state-of-the-art auger systems and direction finders from Kiavagama.
Enough empty talk. Your mistress is waiting for a proper celebration.
We begin at once, your ladyship.
Glory to the rogue trader. Glory to House von Valancius. Your subject's triumphant roar sends a tremor through the bridge. It is as though the ship itself is greeting its long-lost owner. The factotum smacks his lips awkwardly and adds in a quieter voice.
Lord Captain, the senior officers will report to you shortly. In your absence, we received a number of astropathic messages and dispatches that demand your attention.
The group of servitors suddenly stirs, their movements frighteningly identical even for automatons. They stare at you and say in perfect unison.
Hello. Nomos have come to welcome you back. We sense that a great deed has been done, a vivid imprint on existence. You did something very important. What was it?
I fed the darks.
Did Nomos say it correctly?
Fuck's
The
sake!
servitor chorus, which sounds as a single voice, falls silent. Nomos appears to be waiting for your response, in eager anticipation. After a long pause, the servitor chorus responds with unexpected forcefulness.
Nomos are glad too.
I fed the dark city. We feel the rapture. We feel your rapture, we share it. Did Nomos say it correctly? The servitor's chorus is sang. I'm glad that you have learned to understand me, Nomos. Oh, is Nomos as well.
We must go now. We will come to speak with you later.
Another pause follows, so long that the silence becomes more piercing than a scream. Then the servitors finally break it.
We were wondering whether you would manage to return.
One can detect with the naked eye the moment when Nomos leaves the bridge. The servitors stop moving in sync and slowly shuffle off to their posts. Danroke adjusts his jacket before addressing you.
Now then, Lord Captain, shall we get to business? We have a number of items to go over.
Okay.
First and foremost, I have news about your subjects. In the time that you were gone, the servants of House von Valancius have toiled tirelessly in their service to you and for the benefit of the entire trade protectorate. Your devotees continue their work of spreading the word of the Great Beacon. There are more and more people in the Von Valancius Protectorate who have accepted the new faith as the one true belief. The followers of the old cult are either hunted down or forced into hiding. The expanse is in flames, your ladyship. Squadrons and smaller groups of despicable drookery raid our systems. The cult of the Final Dawn has emerged in full force, wreaking havoc everywhere. We've heard rumors of the fall of Santiel's pride, House Corda's world, an outrageous sacrilege, given how abundant and inexpensive promethium is there.
Strife has broken out between House Winterscale and House Corda. Chaos reigns everywhere. Only the esteemed Lord Inquisitor is trying to fight it, concentrating all available forces at Footfall to draw them into a fist that will smash the rampaging heretics and Xenos vermin.
What kind of Xenos are attacking the Expanse?
Drookery, your ladyship. Their squadrons, both large and small, are invading the Expanse, unleashing carnage on planets, taking captives by the thousands, and attacking ships. It is as if something has poked their nest, if you will, and now they are lashing out.
Okay. How fare the worlds of Omni Dynasty?
The heretics' malicious acts make it difficult to maintain astropathic contact with the colonies. The cult of the Final Dawn strikes everywhere, and their sleeper agents are active on every planet. On VE Bose 6, a mutiny was crushed after a group of newly arrived prisoners succumbed to blasphemous propaganda. But other worlds stand firm against the onslaught of the enemies of humanity and do not succumb to their pernicious influence.
So Savior Zaza is leading the defense.
Exactly. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor Calcazar has declared himself Warden of the Coronis Expanse and issued orders to requisition troops. He has made Footfall his base of operations, as it was the most logistically convenient point. From there, his fleet strikes throughout the Expanse, destroying the forces of the cult of the Final Dawn and the abominable drookery. He may be all that currently stands in the way of the Expanse being reduced to ashes. When heretics laid siege to Euphrates II, the hallowed forge of the Cognizance fleet, the Lord Inquisitor sent an enormous force. Now they and the Explorator squadrons recalled from the front lines stand together against the heretics in the battle for the sacred planet.
What is the source of the strife before Insidia and Caligos?
When the esteemed Lord Inquisitor called upon the rogue traders to join his forces, her ladyship Incendia Corda heeded the summons, while his lordship Caligos Winterscale ignored it. Rumor has it that his refusal was defiant in manner, and served as a pretext for Lady Corda to declare war on House Winterscale. Winterscale's ships are being hunted and his worlds occupied under the pretense of compelling them to submit to the Imperial Creed. Surprisingly, for all his love of fighting, Winterscale is in no hurry to defend his domain. According to intercepted astropathic messages, he and his retinue are currently on Quetzaltemur hunting down a Xenos fleet, Ildari, by all appearances.
Is there anything else I should know?
The factotum lowers his head in thought.
There have been other minor developments. If you so wish, I will gladly bring you up to speed on the bridge. I would not want them to take any time away from this occasion.
Okay.
Lord Captain.
Abelard bores his head.
Allow me to make a request. A personal one. While you were away, the choir master received an astropathic message from Dargonis. It concerns my family. The Worsrians have been accused of treason against House von Valancius.
What? How is that possible?
I cannot comprehend it.
The seneschal shakes his head helplessly.
The Worsrians have served the rogue traitor dynasty loyally for generations. This is hard to admit, but the news has come as a crushing blow. The accusations were leveled by, or on behalf of, the drive stems. The governing house. Under normal circumstances, the investigation would not have required your involvement, and my entire family would have been, but being of noble stock, the Worsrians are entitled under an ancient custom to petition for a rogue traitor's personal protection once in a generation. Your personal protection, Lord Captain.
Abelard raises his gaze to you.
Do not deny us that honor, I implore you.
Tell the choir master to send to Dragoner saying that I will personally take part in the investigation.
Abelard breathes a sigh of relief and seems to grow an inch or two taller.
It will be done, Lord Captain.
Idira hurriedly enters the study, sniffling and hunching her shoulders. She looks haggard. There are bags under her eyes, her hair is disheveled, and her hands quiver slightly every few moments. With some effort, she focuses her eyes on you and forces a crooked smile.
Thank you for agreeing to hear me out, Lord Captain. Here's the deal, after all that happened recently, the voices in my head suddenly flared up and started gabbling worse than before. Don't get the wrong idea, I'm handling them just fine. But I think I know of a way I can get them to settle down a bit. I keep having the same vision over and over again. I'm walking down a corridor, and there's this door at the end. And I just know that right behind that door is blissful silence, all I've got to do is reach out and open it. So I touch it with my fingers, I can feel the cold, rough metal, and then I suddenly snap out of it and always find myself staring at a wall in some compartment or other. I look behind me, and all the doors on the way are open, but I have no memory of how I got there. Lord Captain, I'll cut to the chase, please help me find that door. I'm not joking, this is a matter of life and death. My gut tells me it's my last chance to deal with my powers, and if I don't...
She trails off.
We will have to find the door. You are too unstable.
Idira gives a reserved nod.
Yes, Lord Captain. I'll prove to you that I deserve a place aboard this ship. As soon as I sense we're close, I'll let you know right away.
Okay. Okay, Hedrin.
The Exalted One bless the House of Von Valancius for your largesse of spirit, Shireen. And thank you for deigning to speak with me.
Jay turns unusually hesitant, now tentatively choosing the words that only a moment ago rolled off her tongue in an uninterrupted cascade.
Here's the thing, Shireen, my network of trade representatives has been stretched a little too thin recently, like a chiffon dress on a whore. Supplies are all over the place, orders aren't being filled, clients are kicking off, and not without reason, and revenues plummeting. And if that wasn't bad enough, my guys running things from Footfall have been incommunicado recently. And an astropathic message has finally come in to tell me why, some Ashmag, or Ashmags, throne smite them, has captured my gang. And they're threatening to kill every last one of those hard-grafting whelps if I don't do what they want. And they only want one thing, my Mercatum Tabula official in exchange for my gang's lives.
Jay tosses her thick mane of hair and grits her teeth, looking more vicious than you have ever seen her.
But I'm not giving up my certificate for anything. And nor am I going to leave my guys high and dry. That's why I am begging for your help and protection, Shireen. If I have to step into a cage of hyenas, I'd rather do it with a lion at my side.
Parliament did not say who sent the message?
Shireen, you know yourself that all this astropathic chit-chat is nothing but a stream of images, thoughts, intentions, nothing concrete. But I don't need the name of the sender, I already know it. I can smell Falco's stench all over this, or else it's Vladame's doing, this is just that damned Ashmag style, as he take him.
When we reach Footfall, I will help your associates.
I look forward to that day, Shireen. And praise be to the Exalted One for bestowing such a miserly portion of haughty indifference upon your heart.
It's Henrik's now? Okay.
Octavia the Fire Axe.
Heinrichs gives you a curt nod in greeting.
I apologize for barging in unannounced. I have received news that I must discuss with you face to face. You may recall that I mentioned that Achilles.
Heinrichs pauses before continuing.
That Achilles Scalander was transferred into my remit by a colleague. The colleague in question has contacted me. She requires my immediate assistance.
Who is this colleague?
Heinrichs hesitates for a moment before answering.
Emelina Lichtenhart. Sage to the Lord Inquisitor.
Failed to mention that Salzar had other agents. I believe I have a clear picture. Emelina. What was her... Tell me more, who is she?
An acolyte who was assigned a different range of objectives in the Coronis Expanse.
Heinrichs trails off, then shakes his head.
Throne take me, I am still trying to hide information from you even when I am asking for your help. Emelina is a sage. A unique acolyte of the Inquisition who can absorb huge amounts of knowledge and store it in her own memory more securely than any data crypt. She entered the Lord Inquisitor's retinue before even I did. Talking to her is a strange experience, but that is barely scratching the surface of who she is. Emelina is an incredible scholar, an expert on the forbidden and the illicit. And, of course, she is a loyal servant of the Golden Throne.
You say talking to her is a strange... What does that mean?
Heinrichs locks his fingers and says nothing for a few seconds.
Since birth, Emelina has been different from other people. Specialists from the Inquisition enhanced her natural gift of hypermnesia. There are certain procedures that can be done. She creates separate blocks of memory, which she can then lock under a code word or even overwrite with new information. She can organize her mind like a normal person arranges boxes on a shelf. One box might contain information about a recent mission in the Calixis, another the latest decrees of the Lex Imperialis, and another her own childhood memories. This level of compartmentalization might seem somewhat insane to the untrained eye, but it is the price one must pay to turn an ordinary servant into a useful tool of the Inquisition.
You said a forbidden and the illicit. What does that entail?
Emelina carries knowledge that is forbidden to common servants of the Imperium. She carries this knowledge within herself, as it cannot be entrusted to logs or cogitators.
Heinrichs frowns.
I said before that acolytes of the Inquisition must shoulder a heavy burden, to come into contact with things that can penetrate and corrupt the soul. For sages, this is an especially trying ordeal. Emelina's hypermnesia has been enhanced so that she now remembers everything she sees, however briefly. After many years of service, she has examined and seen enough to become an unrivaled expert in this field.
Speak of with obvious affection.
Heinrich's eyebrow lifts.
Emelina is a worthy acolyte and an invaluable tool in the Inquisition's arsenal. I admire her traits and talents.
I believe I have a clear picture of Emelina now. What was her message?
Emelina's message is incomplete and distorted. It is impossible to make sense of every word. The only thing we know for certain is that an acolyte of the Inquisition is asking me to go immediately to Tin4, a remote planet. In her message, she seems to be requesting either military support or help with an evacuation, but whatever precipitated this request, Emelina would not make it if it weren't absolutely necessary. I know a rogue trader has more than enough other matters to deal with. Nevertheless, I would like to officially request the Lord Captain's assistance in dealing with this issue.
Heinrichs inclines his head.
I have no authority to demand anything from House von Valancius, therefore I am confining myself to a request, for the sake of the Coronis Expanse and the Imperium.
If I help, what do I get out of it?
Your concern for your own pockets is deplorable, especially in such dark times. An imperial world is at stake here, along with all the resources it may hold.
Heinrich's lip curls in contempt.
You may requisition everything on Tin4 that has not been touched by corruption and does not fall under the category of objects prohibited by the Holy Inquisition. My only concern is whatever problem forced Emelina to contact me, not the world's riches.
I shall help you. We shall go and put an end to the threat.
Heinrichs bows.
Thank you, Lord Captain. I am confident that this minor deviation from our primary course will help to stem the spread of anarchy in the Coronis Expanse, if only slightly. At the very least, we won't be outflanked. I have already spoken to the navigation crew and provided them with the coordinates of Tin4. We can set a course for it as soon as you give the order.
Hey.
The heavy altar looks ancient and out of place in your chambers.
Place your
Faint
red
whispers
spirit
surround
stone
you
upon
as you
the altar.
approach.
Cracks spread through the spirit stone before it bursts into pieces. Shadows in the form of claws and tentacles envelop the escaping essence and devour it forever. You feel the writhing blessing of she who thirsts slithering into your soul.
Hey! If anything... Yeah... Okay. The Void Bridge. I know we leveled up. I'm fully aware we leveled up. Almost at Fanatic. Okay. We are here now. Janus. Okay, this means we have the new stuff unlocked. Fellowship of the Void, 41k. Prophet Merchant, Vanquirtion, Xenolore. Allies deal 10% more damage with Notas and plasma weapons. When an ally is healed for the first time in a round. Okay. All allies gain dodge against Xenos. The wielder of this sword gain 25 bonus to dodge and 25 bonus to parry. Enemies hit by the sword suffer penalty. Okay. Watch it from above. That is an interesting one. So I think we're going to go Great Fire there. Okay. And we don't really need to worry about this. Callus Bakulan. Okay. Janus. Something is building. Okay, great. Let's build something in every single Holy Prophet. Militara, 6k plus to Navy. Okay, so here we have on Dragonus, 12k plus Imperial Navy. This weapon has additional shove that pushes enemies away. If an enemy cannot be pushed, the wielder is pushed away. Okay, that's really interesting. Imperial Navy overall. Okay. Whenever the wearer attacks an target within 5 cell radius with a ranged weapon, increase damage by 10%. Interesting, interesting. 20k in Callus Bakulan. Okay. Loyalist Garb. If the wearer has not moved during their turn, their cover efficiency is increased by 20% for 1 round. If the wearer moved at least 3 cells, they instead gain 20% dodge for 1 round. Dodge against range attacks. Okay. I think we're going with just Holy Prophet. Okay, we're on Veabus now. Earthbreaker. Okay, we need more mechanisms. Pure blood, efficiency, and profit. Here we have Raven's Bane. It's a really good sword. It doesn't have any other modifiers to it. And here we have critical chance with macro cannons. That sword is fairly decent, but it doesn't have any other modifiers. That's rep with durations. 60k required for that one. Okay. And Rogue Trader gains intelligence, fellowship. Okay, that's a solid one as well. Xeno Intoxication. Okay, and here we have whenever the wearer performs a non-burst attack with pistol, pushes back them. Okay, that's Fellowship of the Void. Okay. Tools of Killing. Kiva Gamaran. Tools of Killing is the one from here. Shipyard, improve. We need more people. Okay. For each, this amount is double against enemies. Okay. And here is provide a void ship with targeting data, 92% hit chance and 15 crit. Okay. What do we have here? The wearer's psi rating is increased by 1. As long as the wearer has 100% wounds, they deal 30% additional damage with their psychic powers and staffs. Macro cannon. That's tempting. I think we're going to go with this one though. Because, yeah. Anyway, let's start some building. 12 times mechanisms. Promethium and chemicals. does go down. That's fair. Fair to keep in mind. You're already building. You are not building now. Security, profit factor, 18 times people. Yep. Killing. One of the projects must be completed. Test of wills, blood sport, killing fields. Okay, fair enough. And let's do this. All you go to cargo. All you go to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. You can also go to cargo. Mysterious tool to open the web brigade. Drakari game board. Its owner has constantly feeling being watched. Okay. Nothing here. Weapons. Add cargo. Adapters of Astartes. Meh. Those are good. I can add those to cargo. Split. I want at least 2. Rest of the stack. Okay. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. And add those as well. Too many bolt pistols. Those can we add as well. Not going to use those. Those are also gone. Add those to cargo. Add those to cargo. Specifications. Type. Okay. Drakari, add to cargo. Add to cargo. Okay, that means we have a lot of stuff, and a lot of it is Xeno artifacts. Okay, that's building, that's building, that's building, that's building. Everything is building. Take those off. We're equipping that. And we are equipping that again. Okay, good. Where is Pascal? Here's Pascal. He's using that. Round. That's the one we want for him. That's really good. Medicine. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have quest here, quest here. We also have a quest up here. We have Beholding the Truth there, and we have Eye of Magnetic there. We also have Euphrates 2 there. We have Fall of Sentinel Bridge there. So that would mean Corda's place. Honestly...
Lord Captain, there is an emergency at the officer's deck. Victus's voice is quaking slightly. Numerous victims, loss of communication. The Voidsmen report warp voices filling the compartments. But this is not a warp breach. This is the Xenos you took aboard at Janus. He has gone mad. I have two fairly reliable witness accounts. According to one, the Xenos suddenly assaulted the crew members, gutting them seemingly at random. The other claims that there are survivors who barricaded themselves in the adjacent compartments. The Enforcers managed to isolate the raving Xenos in a dead end, but they have been unable to pacify him so far. Such are the consequences of ill-considered actions born out of the lack of faith in the God Emperor's laws. I am ready to stop the accursed Xenos' rampage personally and repay every life he has taken. Why am I not surprised? Heinrich's voice is oozing with poison. Rogue trader, we cannot bring back your subjects, but I will gladly aid you in disposing of the rabid creature before it mauls even more people.
I'm going to the officer deck immediately.
The squad of enforcers who had blocked the Xenos in the dead-end corridor is waiting at the deck. I beg you to be careful, Lord Captain, and may the God Emperor watch over you.
Oh, give me a reason to kill you. I will kill you. At this point, I'm just murdering everything left and right as soon as I have the opportunity to do it.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
The door, before he gets me. This is warp stuff.
The body is covered in hundreds of cuts, none of which look deep enough to have ended the victim's suffering in a single blow.
Mars plasma.
The maimed, blooded body looks like a broken marionette lying in an unnatural position.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
The corpse is missing its eyes, and its face is horribly mutilated.
Oh, okay, I guess we are going to kill someone now.
Lord Captain. God Emperor be with you, and with all of us too.
The Enforcer can barely suppress the tremors running throughout his body.
Only you can deal with this spawn. Permission to report, your ladyship. It started a few watches after the translation. Well, actually, they say this associate of yours had been acting strangely even before that. It's as if he started hearing things, he was swiveling back and forth, barking something in his Xenos tongue, then he grabbed his blade and sliced his hand open, his own hand. Then he suddenly howled and lunged at the people nearby.
Point at the demon. Can you see her?
The officer looks behind him, glances around the deck, then turns to you with an alarmed expression.
CW who, your ladyship?
Whom are you referring to, Lord Captain?
Where is Masari now?
Who? Oh, the Xenos. He's holed up in there.
He nods at the barricaded gate.
He corralled a number of crewmen in there like groxes to a slaughterhouse. All we could hear were screams. Well, we couldn't save them, so we locked him in there so he couldn't crawl back out.
The prospect of having a rabid Xenos crawling inside our bulkheads makes my heart sink. No, we ought to drag him out, then we either put him on a chain or, forgive my bluntness, Lord Captain, we swat him down and forget that he ever existed.
Where's the victims of the massacre?
Anyone he could get his hands on,
Or who was
your
the
ladyship,
victim?
officers, serfs, a technomad. He even attacked a servitor, although that didn't last long, he just tore its head off. The rest of them, though, the Xenos scum tortured the life out of them.
You can see the color draining from the officer's face.
I've had enough, I'm heading in.
We'll unblock.
Oh,
The point
fuck's
is,
sake.
we should go with your ladyship, with your permission. It just wouldn't be right for the Lord Captain to go in there alone. God Emperor help us all.
The officer tries his best to speak calmly, but his voice is quivering. The thought of going inside the compartment that has become a death trap fills him with dread bordering on panic.
In this tapestry of
What
a
is
world,
this? This is the vessel of
I
Mr.
am
Also,
the
I
rogue
come close
thread.
and may get a look at you. Are you going to say anything else? Nope. I can hear the beating of his heart, the roaring blood in his vein, the pulsating fear in his black soul.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Medicaid. Each time the wearer uses a medkit, it provides additional 6 temporary health. Advanced medkit. Remove all burning toxin. Remove one fresh if none exist. Attempt to remove an old injury.
I woke up with a feeling
Is it
of wonder,
Xenos or what
as
is
if
it?
a field of flowers was blossoming nearby.
Yes.
When the time comes for me to step into the ritual, he will be waiting for me.
What
I
lies
see what others do
beyond?
not.
Join me in prayer. What deeds await us? Pay attention. Nothing escapes my sight. Never doubt me. I better myself through my service. The Emperor favors me today. Never doubt me. Onward! See? Right there. Duty prevails.
I have come because the prince wills it. The souls of all his progenies belong to him alone. None will escape his embrace.
Hunt brothers.
There will be
Take
no
heed.
peace in my wake.
I better myself through my service.
The wearer gains additional strategy and mobility. All allies in the combat area instantly reload their weapons for each attack made by them until the start of the... Oh.
Maraz High jerks his head up when you appear. His already gaunt face is tightly wrapped in pale grey, parchment-like skin, his teeth are bared feverishly, and his dark eyes have turned into two pitch-black mirrors that could show your reflection clearly if you were to gaze into them.
At last.
The resonant voice that has followed you on your journey through the deck sounds like it is coming from every direction, chilling you to the bone.
At last we meet, my poor child. Look at him, mortal. Look at how he yearns to return to the one whose caress his kind rejects so stubbornly. Come, child. Follow my voice, and my prince will grant you all the bliss and torment in this universe.
The warp spawn laughs musically.
Sooner or later, all of his kind will step into my embrace. The prince is patient. The prince knows that every Ildari soul is already his.
The demonette's voice suddenly forces itself inside your mind.
But if you let me get close to the lost child, if you lull him into letting his guard down, my prince will reward you, Octavia the Fire Axe. The soul of this pathetic Xenos is a small price to pay for the blessings that come with my master's favor.
We'll try to bring him to his senses.
The Druckary stares at you without blinking, teeth still bared, his frenzied expression frozen like a mask. You hear hissing again. this time lower and angrier than before.
Look closely at Mara's eye.
Mara's high, half crouched, is teetering slightly, and that is the only movement you can see. His body language shows that he is ready to attack, as do the blood-stained blades he is holding.
Look, Mara's eye, I brought you someone.
Your eyes can barely register the speed with which Mara's high moves. He dashes forward, skewers the screaming enforcer with his blade, and sinks the clawed fingers of his other hand into the victim's face. The scream becomes a howl, then a rattle, then the Druckery throws the mangled corpse away and steps back. The impenetrable reflective veil over his eyes breaks, and you can almost make out his pupils.
Look closely at Mara's eye.
The Xenos is turning his head back and forth, surveying the room but still watching you. His muscles are no longer cramped stiff in a battle stance, but his face still bears a twisted expression that can either be interpreted as wild frenzy or terror.
Look back at the enforcers. I need another volunteer.
The trembling enforcers remain where they are. It would seem that their fear of the mad Xenobiast is stronger than their fear of the rogue trader's ire.
In the name of the Imperium, obey your mistress and lay down your weapons.
Mara's high's head turns sharply as if he just heard a strange and suspicious noise. That is all the reaction you get.
Ah, what a glorious storm this battle will be. None of you shall survive.
Okay, Artist in the Pain, 600 health.
Give in to sensation. Embrace excess. Smile in life. Beckon you.
Okay, it's Monasai.
Bring it on.
What if... Let's see.
I am unsatisfied.
Oh, a wicked thought.
I yearn for agony.
Okay, now I'm really
Another scar to my collection.
Give in to sensation. Minds exist. Oh, did you enjoy that?
Doubt is for the weak.
My soul sings in ecstasy.
The pain will subside.
My appreciation.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Give in to sensation. I am unsatisfied.
A genius at work. Fate plays another one.
Sings in ecstasy.
Okay, okay.
Am I getting paid for this?
Okay. You have one left, okay.
I I can do that with the right incentive.
Miss. Too bad.
I shall not fail.
Look at him. And... dodged.
As the tenets demand.
Harry. Someone's a bit spicy, huh?
My hand is thunder. My strength is ruin. So it shall be.
Okay.
Skitya, my Keramite hide is strong.
Okay.
Schemes within schemes.
Drag you into oblivion with me. Story of anguish.
Don't you die on me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh.
Mara's High staggers to his feet, bleeding from his many wounds. There is awareness in his eyes, and fear.
They're dead, gone, vanished, but I can still hear their whispers. How do Monday keep air them for days and days on end?
You hear genuine confusion in his voice.
Have you regained your senses?
Never.
Mara's High gnashes his teeth.
I forgot myself for a moment, nothing more.
Your princess is causing me a great deal of grief, Seamless.
Mara's High's voice turns into furious hissing.
Your kind step beyond the veil with nothing but your crude technologies and prayers to a deaf god, and you expect those such as I to rely on such paltry protection from the terrors of she who thirsts?
One of the enforcers lets his emotions get the better of him.
Throne's sakes, Lord Captain, why are you even listening to him? That there Xenos is worse than a wild beast. How can a ship that sails in the God Emperor's light allow one of his enemies to act like he's master here?
Mara's High looks at the man hungrily.
The living meat that serves you talks too much. They would, however, make for perfect playthings.
He looks straight at you.
I need strength in order to suffer through your oafish voyages beyond the veil. If I don't obtain a source of such sustenance, Silanthresh will only keep testing my limits. Lord Captain, the officer has a point.
Abelard glowers at Mara's High.
If things continue on like this, we might end up with a mutiny on our hands. A massacre during every warp jump, as if we didn't have enough troubles to deal with on days like this.
He shakes his head.
I forbid you from moving about the ship unsupervised. You can go, do whatever your heart's desire down there, but you are not to leave its bounds during... Yeah, we're locking him up.
Mara's High freezes. You meet his enraged gaze, filled with the promise of torture and agony. But then you almost see something inside him give, forcing him to incline his head slightly.
Let it be as you say, Octavia the Fire Axe.
The officer cannot suppress a relieved sigh.
Well, that's something, at least. Many thanks, your ladyship.
Patience! Oh, my nerves are frayed.
Mother's Eye. Yeah, I can't talk to him. That's the door. Okay.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Didn't I expect to deal with that first? Companion quest, the first thing we did. But we are actually going to call it here. Yeah, we're going to call it here and take it easy. I'm going to chill for the rest of the evening. 1 or 2 hours more. And that's going to be it for today. We are now in the second to last act in the game. Some would say the last. We're closing in on the end of Rogue Trader. The difference in speed when you know what you're doing and you have text-to-speech is immensely. I actually have 2 level ups. Telepathy. No, we don't really want any I don't. So here's the kicker. If I pick Biomancy here, that might unlock stuff for me to go really bonkers and do something really ridiculous. I don't want that. I do not care about that. That's kind of what it comes down to. This character is going to be a pure pyromancer from beginning to end. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. I want to wish you everyone a good night. And if you want to catch up and see the stuff that we're doing, it's getting uploaded to YouTube. 1 episode at a time. Pretty much every day I'm streaming. Good night, everyone.